Hey, good morning. It is Saturday morning, and we're getting ready for the World Championships of Sentinel Tactics Tournaments, the 2014 to 2015 season. I'm here with my co-commentator, Baron Blade.
I'm here to see that my namesake is not misused.
You're hoping you won't take another 6 damage across 2 games?
I am truly
hoping 6
that.
incapacitations? Yeah, okay. So, if you followed along on Thursday and Friday, we had another qualifier tournament, and that went very well. But now it is time for the World Championships. This is an exciting moment because this is all of the teams that have been either the first or second place team across each of the tournaments we've run up to now. So we're seeing a lot of heavy hitters coming back.
They're proven in combat. They've got experience. A lot of them have been practicing on a very, very serious level. Some of them have been taking extensive notes and doing their homework. It's going to be a lot of things happening here. I'm really excited.
I'm very much looking forward to it. I believe we can pull up some brackets for you and show you what we're looking at seeing today. So we're going to hopefully have to do that for you in a minute. But until then, I know that we have a lot of teams that have come from a lot of different places. We had a tournament at in our warehouse last fall. We had the tournament at PAX East and at PAX South.
We had another one.
Another tournament in St. Louis, and then, of course, the one yesterday. And so these teams are from all over the place. Some of them traveled to be at tournaments. Some of them happened to be at a convention and picked up a game for the first time. We have people that had never played Sentinel Tactics before the tournament that they ended up winning, and some that have been playing and studying from day one. So that sort of vast array of player levels is really going to be interesting today.
It's very cool watching them learn and adapt as time goes on. Just watching them at the tournaments was a joy, but watching that transition from then to now, it's going to be a real treat.
I'm very much looking forward to it. So it sounds like we're about ready to go to the table. So hopefully we'll be able to see. Go ahead to the table and do a coin toss.
It is heads over here.
So we want second ban, first pick.
First play, first draft. So you guys get first ban and choose position.
Well, that guy's wearing his Baron Blade pin there.
As well he should.
Who would you like to ban?
Blade. Yep, Baron Blade.
Baron Blade.
Yes.
You ban Baron Blade.
Curses.
This is something clever.
All right, we see here Something Clever versus the Propaniacs. We're looking right now at the team, the Propaniacs. Something Clever is across the table from them. The Propaniacs joined the tournament via the tournament that we just held in St. Louis recently, whereas Something Clever came from PAX East.
Where one of the things
this is Something Clever here.
One of the things I really liked about Something Clever is they came from the secondary bracket, so they came from losing and just fought back step by step by step to triumph. It was wonderful.
It was really a beautiful push.
Is for Something Clever.
Ooh, we've got a clever operative.
We have an operative already, and it makes perfect sense to me.
Now these people are seeing this new map for the very first time, and there's some things that just immediately stand out to me as I want to do that.
So, all right. So we have the Operative, Bunker, and Citizen Dawn already on the map. And Citizen Dawn and Bunker against Operative and Legacy.
Oh, very cool. Very cool.
Yeah, I do want to talk about the map too, but let's finish this up here first.
Now, with a ban of Baron Blade, Legacy and the Operative are going to be working very well together.
Absolutely. So we've got Beacon, Bunker, and Citizen Dawn for the Propaniacs.
I really hope they pick the Visionary because the Operative, the Visionary, and Legacy is a ridiculously strong team.
No, you're just asking. That makes the Operative the carry in that case.
Oh yes.
But
unless they want to go for offensive Legacy.
Which works, but the thing is, offensive Legacy's peak is nowhere near as high as
oh, no, absolutely. But having the Operative be the carry with Legacy going full defense at that point, I'm perfectly happy to let that happen.
Yeah. No offense. I'm glad that they're talking about what they need to consider, what they need to worry about with Dawn, what they need to consider with both Beacon and Bunker.
Omnitron's a good choice.
Omnitron's a great choice.
Proletariat's a fine choice.
Right, Proletariat's great. We already have Operative. Oh, and they pulled Tachyon for the last one because the Operative is great. Oh, there we go. So Operative, Legacy, and Tachyon against Beacon, Bunker, and Citizen Dawn. We have really a pretty brutal offense team against a very utility team. I'm really interested to see what Citizen Dawn goes with strategy-wise.
I really hope it's not Citizen Truth because there's so much mobility here that you could really use good use of those citizens to just fly around, especially summer, winter, spring.
I was going to say Citizen Summer or Citizen Autumn even could act as an exciting debuffer.
I want to see more of Citizen Spring, though, because she heals, and it's an unlimited heal.
Now, let's take a look at this map. So on this map, you can see that we have, it's a megalopolis map. You've got the river going through that, and you've got various streets going all sorts of different places. But also, you have 3 points of interest. You have the hospital on the top. On the far left side, you have the Riva Corp headquarters, and at the bottom, you have Freedom Tower. If you step on any one of those places, if you enter or into the tournament in yellow outline text, or a red outline text, or a blue outline text, so these are hazard spaces, as those usually work.
Actually, it's slightly different because unlike most times, these hazard attacks just straight up do damage.
Well, so they are hazard. Right, they are hazard
no option,
spaces.
though.
They function as normal hazard spaces in that when you step into them or you end your turn in them, they activate. But when they act very differently.
Yes.
You take a point of damage, or rather, depending on one of them. Each of them do a different thing. So, because the hospital, for instance, you end there, nothing bad happens, but you move into it when the hospital hazard space attacks or activates. You can discard an attack +1, a defense +1, an aim, or a dodge token, and if you do, you regain a hit point. So if you wanted to, you could move into it, discard a token of some sort, and then end your turn there and discard another token. The Riva Corp headquarters, when you end your turn there, you automatically take a damage, and you gain 2 attack +1 tokens. And when you end your turn in the Freedom Tower space,
it's the same thing, but you get 2 defense +1 tokens.
Right, you take the point of damage and you gain 2 defense +1 tokens.
Now here's what immediately stands out to me with this map.
Right.
These hazard attacks are slightly different from normal because mostly, hazard attacks roll dice, and there's a possibility you can defend totally.
Right.
These don't work that way. You will take that damage.
Yep.
So what immediately stood out to me is I want to get someone like Omnitron, I want to get someone like Proletariat, and just push people into those hazard spaces willy-nilly. Yeah, they'll get tokens, but then they'll take damage that they cannot possibly prevent.
Right, and Beacon on this map is the one that we have to watch out for with that because she's got that head-on collision. So if she does 2 points of damage to you, which is hurtful in of itself, and manages to push you through 2 spaces, one of those, that's 4 points of damage potentially.
Now, I really like the positioning of the operative here because what I would do immediately is run up to the Revocorp building, take 3 hazard attacks, and get 6 tokens and my Dragon Fury.
Right, so here for the operative, let's see. I want to see if I've got a movement speed for her yet. I don't know. Let's see. So the operative has a movement of 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh no, she can't actually. Well, she could move up
and then
sprint into it. But so she could take at least 2 hazard attacks off of that. But that's not 3.
Well, moving onto there, sprinting.
Yeah, she cannot. Yeah. She can't move onto from where she is.
Well, no, because then you end your turn there, and you.
Oh, and then you get one more.
So
right,
you're fine.
So you could move up to there, sprint twice into it, or sprint 2 spaces into it. So you'd get 2 attacks there. End your turn there, you get a 3rd attack. And honestly, I would probably pick up a dodge at that point.
Before you fall in the Dragon's Fury, yeah.
So you could move, dodge, sprint into your turn, have a dodge and 6 attack +1 tokens to be at 5 attack, 5 defense.
At that point, the operative becomes an enormous threat. And they immediately have to start thinking, how do I deal with this? I mean, they should be thinking that right now. But
Especially since Legacy could go before the operative and say, hey, Legacy, or hey, operative, have some attack +1 tokens before you go over there.
Yeah.
Let's see, the operative is going 4th and Legacy is going 2nd, so it will be Legacy, then operative, then Tachyon.
Now, if Legacy wanted to be really scary, you could go with Heroic Interception, and as soon as the operative takes the damage from that hazard space, you swap out with the operative.
That's true. Okay, so let's take a look at those brackets so we can see what the various teams are coming up to this point in the tournament. So we've got something clever on the Propaniacs on the match, as we just talked about. So then we have the Mighty Morphin Chrono Rangers and Team Discovery Channel. Team Discovery Channel were the victors yesterday.
And I'm looking forward to seeing more of them.
Yep, and the Mighty Morphin Chrono Rangers were the first team to win a Sentinel Tactics tournament last fall.
Also the first team I ever saw using Omnitron as a counter to Citizen Truth.
Yep, very good. And that was early on, too.
Yes, it was.
Then we've got the Adhesive Foam Pellets versus the Gate Crashers. Of course, Gate Crashers, we know, were the other team from that first tournament, and they have made a mark on the tournament scene.
I've seen them around taking extensive notes.
Very much so. And then we've got Rainbows and Unicorns from PAX South and the Adaptive Subroutines from the tournament that we did at in St. Louis recently.
I loved watching Rainbows and Unicorns work during that tournament because they had these little quick team conferences, and then that ended in like very sharp, decisive movements. It was very fun to watch.
Yeah, I think I'm really excited because a lot of these teams, when we saw them before, that was their first time.
Yeah.
But now we're seeing these teams on all of them. The one that's the least practiced, obviously, is Team Discovery Channel. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
That said, we're starting the match. Let's get back to the casting and get in on the first round. So Citizen Dawn is placing her things, and it looks like Citizen Dawn is starting with Citizen Truth, as far as I can tell from the top down.
He's broken.
Minus 2 life.
Oh, he'll be broken soon.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that confidence.
Citizen Truth comes out.
Yeah, Citizen Truth, there he is.
You know,
I will use my
with the
bolster
operative in play,
Surge.
not always my first choice. Well, Citizen Truth is rarely my first choice, but honestly, what I would have liked to see is the Citizen Dawn going full utility, like Luminous Leadership and Healing Light.
Yep.
Give Bunker a turn.
All right,
Put her
so
in
Beacon
the last
takes
place.
Beacon takes her first turn to bolstering team up Bunker.
I love that.
Just so we can talk about some things, Bunker has a movement of 3, Beacon has a movement of 4, Citizen Dawn only has a movement of 2, but that actually kind of works with what she's doing. Tachyon has a movement of 6. The Operative has a movement of 5, as we talked about, and Legacy only has a movement of 2 as well. Legacy's running Danger Sense and Galvanize, so a little bit of token support, but a little bit of defense right off the bat.
What I'd really like to see out of Bunker and Beacon is to have that entire team swing up towards the hospital.
Oh, sure.
And have Bunker give them tokens that they can then spend for health and just drop into turret mode and make the enemy come to you.
Operative-
They have to deal with you at that point.
Very much so. Operative is running Hidden Blade, Strike, and Kusarigama, and Tachyon's running World Standstill and Unrelenting Momentum. I'm looking forward to see what these teams... I think we'll see a lot of first-turn switch-outs.
Yeah.
So,
Definitely want to dodge. And then
Bunker's got Auxiliary Power Source and Grenade Launcher. Beacon has Bolstering Team Up, obviously, and Fortitude. And Citizen Dawn has Return with the Dawn, obviously, because she has Citizen Truth out and Luminous Leadership. I'm interested to see that here on the tables of the World Championship, the first play that we're seeing is Citizen Dawn with Citizen Truth. And I think that the way that this match goes will tell us a lot about how that tactic is used in this meta. Will that be overpowering for this match, or will that end up being a crutch?
There's so many counters to it at this point.
There are.
And
I mean,
we've talked about some, but I'm sure there are a lot more out there.
so that whole team there is within the area that Citizen Truth can affect.
So that's good.
But it is Legacy's turn, and I fully expect to see him handing out some tokens.
Yeah, without Baron Blade there, and that's a tragedy to not have Baron Blade there. Legacy is free to do as he wishes.
I'll take the attack.
Well, Baron Blade can't be in the match. He's sitting here next to me.
I like to send my doubles out.
Oh, that's good.
Occasionally
Your Blade
to
bots.
represent.
Yeah.
Actually, if Ben should.
And then, of course, if they lose, they were never me in the first place.
Right, of course not. Those ones that were beat up yesterday. No way. Okay, so we're leaving Danger Sense, getting rid of Galvanize, and picking up, looks like that's a... Well,
That's an inspiring presence.
that is an inspiring presence, yeah.
Okay, so we all get that. All right, so you're going to get some.
All right, so Legacy has Inspiring Presence of Danger Sense. And it's
That's
gonna
a good build towards that defensive.
Right.
defensive
Well, the
I
nice
like
thing with
that.
Inspiring Presence is it takes a surge to hand out those tokens instead of an action.
Yeah.
So Legacy's able to hand out tokens and still take 2 full actions. And in fact, Legacy does give a +1 attack to his teammates, Tachyon, Operative, and of course himself. And then,
Yeah, whatever you want.
let's see. Legacy moves.
So I'm going to do a move and then do a sprint.
All right, move and then sprint.
Right about there.
Legacy had a very low movement, so
That's true.
sometimes that dictates what you have to do.
Reroll movement.
I mean, and now this puts him just about within range. Yeah, actually exactly within range. 1, 2, 3, 4 of the grenade launcher.
True,
And-
but
and
with that danger sense, he's able to
That's true.
negate a lot of stuff.
and it is Bunker's turn. Oh my gosh, there's more Baron Blades.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Who are all these beautiful people that keep walking in the door?
I will not replace any powers.
You got to search.
Bunker is deciding he's going to keep his powers,
And attack plus 1 token.
Yep.
getting some tokens already, which makes sense if he's going to go make a run for the hospital.
Plus the tactician and the grenade launcher because I'm in your line of sight, so I get extra attack dice, correct?
He's in Citizen Dawn's line of
Yes.
so Luminous Leadership does go.
Luminous Leadership.
Yeah.
It says each ally in Citizen Dawn's line of sight adds 1 attack attack die.
Cool, yeah, and you are within line of sight.
So yeah, while Citizen
So,
Dawn
yeah, go ahead.
has line of sight to her allies, they get they get an additional attack dice.
Just a small question. Luminous Leadership does not affect Citizen Dawn herself, correct?
Right. You are not allied with yourself.
My second action.
That's somewhat depressing.
You are not your own ally.
In a metaphysical sense, that's sad.
For this vertex.
Okay, that vertex, there you go.
My numerous robot duplicates will be unhappy.
The Visionary the Visionary and Decoy Projection are allies, though.
Really?
Well, because it's
It's a separate entity.
a separate character or target, and the Decoy Projection is a target.
Interesting.
But so yeah, Grenade Launcher
With 5 dice.
is a 5-die attack because of Citizen Dawn, and he's got a couple of attack +1
Yeah.
tokens.
Correct.
I think
Grenade launching legacy like this,
it's a great start.
yeah.
Yeah, start from 5.
I like that we're seeing some really bread and butter play here. This is
With
good.
the auxiliary
Oh
powers.
no, that's all 1s and 2s.
Oh, no.
At this point, I would not even bother using attack +1 tokens because
Because he has 3 defense.
because that's just going to roll 2 die. The most you can do is 2.
3 defense. He auto blocks 1, and then I'm just.
Yeah, hang on to those
Your
attack.
name.
But I auto.
It's not worth it.
Yeah,
It is
don't.
not worth it.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's okay. This is early on. You can still come back from
Right.
tragedies such as this.
That was bad, but not disastrous.
No, and the reason it's not.
Bunker
it's not
didn't put
disastrous-
himself out of position to do it. Bunker didn't reach or extend for it.
Not only that, but Bunker decided to go on the offensive, and sometimes the offense fails, but that wasn't the fault of the play, that was the fault of the dice.
Well, and putting that pressure on is absolutely worth it.
With all of your bad rolls in the game.
Right there. Right there. I know.
So I can see Beacon, correct?
You can or can't?
Oh, wait.
Okay, so let's see.
You can, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
is the
operative can
operative-
totally see Beacon.
Oh, I hope we're going to go look for a very, very early undivided attention.
Yeah. Oh, well. There we go. Undivided attention instead of hidden blade strike. Keep that Kusarigama.
That's perfectly fine. You just Kusarigama Beacon straight up next to you with a lot of dice.
All right, so
I am
Beacon
going to-
is now
Okay.
beautiful.
Looks like we're going to completely ignore all of the lovely hazard spaces and instead go completely
So
ridiculously on
1,
the offensive.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So Beacon,
You got this.
It's on top of a 3, so it's a 6.
so yeah, Beacon. So operative is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 away. So only 6s. Oh, there we go. Now we have a non-damaged Citizen Truth out there. That's good.
Considering the beating that Citizen Truth
Oh,
routinely
so we're going for the
takes.
sprint.
Then you're going to sprint your second action.
All right. So then we have a range of 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay, now we have a same range. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
Beacon?
You know, honestly, I would have stayed on the ground because now, no matter where you put Beacon, she's going to be.
You'll miss on 1s though. It's not terrible. Like I agree, but it's not. Again, it's not disastrous. Hey, there's some 6s anyway.
Never mind.
That's a great Kusarigama roll.
Yes, it is.
Sarigama says, if any of this attack's dice make range, move the target to an unoccupied hex next to an operative.
Right. So you get to teleport her, and then you get to choose to use your
Oh no, if she had moved ever so slightly down, she could have guaranteed a hit by pulling her into Freedom Tower.
Oh man, that's true. But I don't think from where she was. Yeah, I don't think
No,
that
I
was
mean,
an
you could
option.
have done that, but standing where she was, but if you had moved ever so slightly down her. But then that would have given Beacon defense +1s, which is not what you want in this situation.
All right.
All right. You're going to roll one
Good.
more.
Yeah, there were options there, but she did a great job. Let's
What
see
are your
here.
auto misses on this?
Twos.
Twos. So twos. No, there are no twos. Okay. So all of these are hits.
Yeah.
Right there.
That's a
I
great-
thought I saw one
The
there.
one doesn't make range.
No.
She's down.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, the one doesn't make range.
So the one doesn't make range.
So yeah, let's take a look at those attack dice there. We've got 6, 6, 4, 4, 3.
That is a strong opening attack for the operative. All right, Beacon, let's see you defend against this.
Don't get
You're
thrown box, yeah.
You're probably going to take some hurts unless you have spare dice. I don't. Oh, that's a tragic defense roll.
Yeah, no, that's not going to be
1,
good
2,
at
2,
all.
nothing,
Oh, 4. Hey, you got a
nothing.
4 there. You got a 4.
Thank you, Fortitude.
Right. So that's still 4 damage. Oh, and the dodge is going to make them all 4s. So you only take 2 damage. That is.
Now, doesn't Fortitude also give Beacon a defense +1 token?
It's true, and she's got 2 of them there on her board. It looks like.
I would use those.
Yeah. I mean, well, there's 6s. the things that are coming through as 6s, the trick with using those defense +1 tokens is that
You have to roll 6s to make
unless
them
you roll a
count.
6, they're not worth it. But so
No, save them so you can spend them at the hospital.
There you go. There you go.
Sprint. Oh, but I'm not going to be in line. Oh, and then I can move. Because he has.
And now,
So now
Beacon is in
we're-
position for Tachyon to unleash.
Well, I
True,
can move,
very
I can
true.
sprint
And the only thing
move.
that's going on between then and is Citizen Dawn, and I
So-
don't think. Well, Citizen Truth could potentially get into position to help Beacon out there, but we shall see.
All right. So you're going to take 2 damage. There you go.
All right.
And
So now Operative rolls new movement, and it is time for Citizen Dawn's turn.
And this is exactly how you counter that Citizen Truth strategy. You just pull people out of position.
Yep. And that was great. That was a well done.
Exactly what I love to see.
Yep. Down there. Yeah. I've got bumped. That's all right. All right.
Okay.
Will Citizen Dawn be swapping out Citizen Truth,
Pop it and lock
or are
it.
we still going to cling to that?
Oh, because they have a strategy
And drop it.
referred
Okay,
to as
so
pop it and lock it,
1, 2,
apparently.
pick up.
Hold on. We gotta fix
Okay.
I'm not going to hit Tachyon because I can't get there.
That's generally a good reason not to hit someone.
Yeah, so currently Citizen Dawn's movement is 2. I'm curious to see. They seem to have a specific strategy that they were going towards.
I really hope it doesn't involve moving somewhere.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
we'll
Gonna
see.
Pick up Luminous Leadership.
Okay, she's taking out Luminous
and
Leadership and
put
putting down.
Devastating Aurora.
Oh, okay, so she's going to go for a full team wipe for the sake of setting their powers back.
I
She
love
is
this
going
idea.
to-
I'm surprised that they're.
matter.
Well, no, putting it at the end of the round makes sense. I could have considered putting
The
the
problem
Citizen.
is that you can't really move into position to get anything.
Right, I'm worried about the fact that they've kind of revealed their hand on that.
Well, I mean, if you move and then even moving and sprinting.
Yeah, and that's the thing is that so like Citizen Dawn does have mobility, so that will help her get there. But the closest she can get is 4 away from where she currently is. So she can
And
go
I
1, 2, 3, 4, and
So
Devastating
where do I
Aurora
need to
has
move?
a
Is what I'm trying to
radius of
ask.
3, I think.
I believe Devastating Aurora has a radius of 3. That's true. Let's see. Radius 4.
Oh, so
Each enemy character. So yeah, if she goes 1, 2, 3, 4, she could then incapacitate both.
both Legacy and the
So
Operative.
he
Yes.
can go here, she can go here.
Yep, love it.
So
Yeah. So here we go. Here goes Citizen Dawn.
Yeah, I
1,
like
2,
this plan.
and then sprint to there.
So
She is within radius
that's
4
1, 2, 3,
of both Legacy and
correct?
the Operative. She does not need line of sight to them, so that's good.
Within radius 4 of both operative and legacy.
So she'll do that, and then her third action will be Devastating Aurora.
All right.
To incapacitate each enemy character in radius 4, push any characters incapacitated.
Now this is fantastic because Legacy is going to lose. I believe Legacy will lose some attack tokens off of this.
Yeah.
That strips away their powers, and neither Legacy or the Operative is damaged in any way, so you're not giving up.
So we won't
It,
like
it gets rid
You're
of
not giving up their health essentially.
right. It gets rid of a bunch of things. Because the Operative currently, well, it'll get rid of undivided attention too, which is
Yes.
nice. Legacy only has 1 attack +1 token, but getting rid of their powers really sets them back.
Not only that, but
Forget that.
Tachyon now stands completely alone.
So
Yep.
I think we should push Legacy in so we can screw with him.
Oh, and then they're gonna push him around. This is cute.
So Operative back.
Cute.
This seems like the kind of
Either
move
back this
that
way or
would
back that
require
way.
some practice and some
Back that
talking
way.
about, and
Yeah.
perhaps giving it
Well,
a
the other
clever
thing we could do
nickname,
is we could
as
put
they
both
did.
next to each
I
other.
love watching teams develop strategies like
Yeah.
They
this.
need to stand up first.
And she can't do line of
Okay.
sight.
Okay. So we'll move. Yeah, we'll move her here. 1, 2, 3.
Knock her down.
And then where do we want Legacy?
Do you want to pull him in?
I would pull Legacy
Yeah.
in right close.
Kind of.
One that's next to you.
Do you have something powerful that you
No.
have somebody near you?
Let's move him
Move him to
1, 2, 3, so he doesn't have line of
Sure.
sight to anybody.
We need to hurry.
Yeah.
I say do that.
Why? He gets to stand up and do stuff, though.
Oh, you're right.
So where are they going to put Legacy?
So I don't want
Looks
him.
like right there on top of that giant building.
I-
With mobility and
Yeah.
with the other things, just keep Legacy in line of sight so that you can grenade launch him as soon as he stands up.
You know, pushing the Legacy away from his allies so that he can't defend them, he can't give them tokens. Like that's a good move.
Cut off the line of sight so
Yeah.
that
That's all right.
so that whatever he chooses
So-
is going to be harder. Yeah, I like that plan.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3.
Now,
right, and then sprint.
the thing is, though, Tachyon is going to be coming up next, and
Okay, so
what's the next plan? So we've
Right,
knocked down Legacy, we've knocked down the Operative. What's Bunker's plan? What's Beacon's plan?
Legacy's plan, I mean, Tachion's plan, in my opinion, if she can do it, if she has the movement for
so
it,
that's
is to do some
distractions
hypersonic assault scrubs.
Oh, absolutely.
Because Tachion, I mean, the Beacon, Citizen Truth, and Citizen Dawn are all in a beautiful, perfect line. So if she can hypersonic assault and keep that.
Well, she's got unrelenting momentum.
Well, I think she needs the world stand still to make that happen.
To make that range, yeah.
Because there's all of the ups and downs.
So keep the world stand still.
But she could hit all three of them, and sure,
Yeah.
Citizen Truth can soak that damage, but it can certainly, I think, poke through Citizen Truth.
I believe it's a fine idea. Not only that, but that's going to make life harder for anyone that gets the damage.
Punch him again. Push, swap out for. What about the ability that does in a row?
What about that ability that does things in a row?
That is a real.
Yeah.
What's Tachion's movement currently?
That's not bad.
Tachion's movement is a
I'm saying
6.
it's better to just
Yes.
pick up
So
And is that a 7 with the world stand still?
let's see here. Is 7 with the world stand still? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So she needs to have world stand still to make it happen. But if she moves to here, and then does 2 of those.
Move +1 and mobility, so my move value is 7.
Okay, so she picks up to push the limits in world stand still. So she's going to move up, do some punches.
4.
Wait, where are you going?
6.
Oh, this is a trap. This is a trap.
Okay,
All right.
I mean, you're going after Citizen Dawn, and that's fine, but you've got to have a specific.
but that's okay. She's got push the limit, so I expect to see her hit Citizen Dawn as much as she can, end up on top of this, and then next turn switch out for world stand still and does some racer scrubs.
Sprint.
I don't know.
Okay, she's sprinting.
I'm going to, whenever I sprint, I get to use one of my attacks. I'm going to use.
Oh, and she can attack Bunker and
Nibble Strike. Not doing so.
Who is she
Bunker's
hitting?
definitely in line of sight.
No,
of
she's
Citizen
not.
Truth.
No, he's not. There's those tall mountains in the way, tall buildings in the way.
Citizen
Bunker's
Truth is standing on a 3.
and Bunker's standing on a 2.
Nope, you're absolutely right.
Nobody, Bunker and Citizen Truth cannot see each other.
Yeah, so he's on a 2 and you're on a 3. So
That's
one
fine.
will mix everything else.
Yeah, good positioning, right? All right.
So who's
So 1s and 2s miss.
who's he attacking?
Bunker.
Okay, good. So 6 is coming at Bunker.
Defense 4, +1.
All right.
And Bunker takes that hit.
Hey, that's something.
1 damage.
Yeah. All right. That's your second action.
Yep.
Got a third action.
Yeah.
Honestly, with Bunker this isolated, I consider picking up a Lightspeed Barrage or even a Sucker Punch, or depending on how.
Yeah,
low he
but
is.
they've got that perfect, beautiful line. I'd love to see that.
I'm not
Scrub,
denying,
scrub.
but I almost want a Lightspeed Barrage just to absolutely
take down
annihilate Citizen Truth.
Sure.
And then annihilate Citizen. Actually, leave Citizen Dawn out at that point.
So sprint it again back to the same place.
A blocks.
Okay, and Bunker blocks it.
All right. That is
Pushing.
Now, Tachyon pushes the limits for a point of damage.
Reroll movement.
I mean, and this is a safe bet because here's the deal. Tachyon almost certainly is going to, unless Tachyon ran away and played perfectly defensively, Tachyon is going to go down at the end of this turn because she's alone. So she might as well go full force. Let's see what she picks up.
So she rolled a 3 for movement, so the maximum she's going to get is a 4. So
1, 2,
I'd
3, 4. She cannot
absolutely-
scrub any. I mean, she could scrub over just
I'd
Citizen Dawn
do
and
that,
Citizen
actually,
Truth.
just to try and
Knock out
get
Citizen
them,
Truth.
get them out of the way.
Yeah, that 3 movement is going to be extremely hampering.
The only problem is
And if she keeps World Stand Still and Hypersonic Assault, she can
on
make 3 full attacks against Citizen Dawn and Citizen Truth, which will translate to 6 attacks on Citizen Truth, essentially. Or she could do something entirely different. But the Lightspeed Barrage isn't going to be any good with only a 3 movement.
what's up?
With Bunker isolated and unable to be blocked by Citizen Truth, doing the same thing to Bunker is not the worst move.
Right, I could see Unrelenting Momentum and just going for 4 sprint punches on Bunker. Plus, you could end up on the other side of Bunker, so you're a little bit further away from all the danger.
I think I'll aim.
Does Tachyon have any tokens at the moment?
Tachyon currently has 1 attack plus 1 token.
Then what you might want to do is try and get in position where you sprint punch, sprint punch, run to the hospital, spend it, and then immediately go back up to full health.
Let's see, but the problem is she only has a movement of 3. So she can sprint
but
punch,
we
sprint
kept the world
punch.
stand still.
Yeah, so movement of 4 and mobility, but even, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, from here you could do that. So that's possible. Okay,
And
so
Tachyon-
she currently has the powers.
Oh, that's a beautiful roll.
She has World Stand Still and Unrelenting Momentum.
Actually, I'll use attack +1.
Oh, and we're going to use the attack plus 1. Hey, that's honestly.
But that's perfectly fine.
Yeah, good choice. Or at least well rolled. And wow, bunker.
Bunker is having none of it.
Yeah.
I think I'm just gonna go hide behind.
All right.
Back here or something.
Yeah.
All right, so it looks like Tachyon's thinking about running away.
Or back
And
because you can't get back there.
Tachyon's got an aim.
I got 3
What I kind of want to see at this point is to pick up a dodge, run to the hospital, spend it, and if she has it, maybe pick up another dodge. If you're gonna go running away, then I mean, go full into it.
Let's see what happens. Okay, so we're moving.
Go 1, 2.
I guess we're going to use unrelenting momentum on moving.
Again, third action. 1,
Oh.
2,
Oh, hey, where are you going there?
3.
Where are you going?
Oh, I
Yeah?
like this.
And I'm going to.
You get to move for free now if you want it.
And you go through that, you get 2 + 1s at a cost of health.
Yep.
So 1, 2,
Okay,
3, 4. So I lose a health.
And you're hiding way out of sight.
so Tachyon is out of the range of danger. She has 2 hit points left, but she has 2 attack +1 tokens. I'm glad that in the first round we did get to see the Riva Corp headquarters come into play.
I'm sure they were glad for the business.
Oh, they certainly were.
Unfortunately, you don't have a lot of options. You can either
I really like that after Propaniacs' big move, they're starting the beginning of the round, and the Citizen Dawn player says, so it looks like you don't have a lot of options. That is absolutely true. If you full life the other team, and the one person that's standing goes and runs fully away,
you've recognized that, okay, that's what's happened, let's adapt to that.
like, we set them back, but we did not really knock them down.
What I would do at that point is control the hospital.
Yeah,
Control the
I could see setting up to make sure that when, let's see, who's going to, we got Beacon, we got Bunker, and then Legacy's getting up at 2, and Operative's getting up at 4.
The reason I keep suggesting that is because Legacy, Tachyon, and the Operative are an exclusively melee team, whereas Beacon, Citizen Dawn, and Bunker are extremely ranged.
That's true.
So parking yourself in the hospital means that they have to come to you. Now, obviously, the Gusaragama can change things a little bit, but that still means that they have to come to you.
We've got a beautiful spot right below the hospital where Operative could stand on the top of a building and Kusarigama at somebody out of the hospital and get them into danger zone.
That's why I would put Bunker there in turret mode.
Oh, sure.
Because then he becomes the primary good target.
Yep.
Everything else is a little bit too out of range to be a good target. And again, the Operative could get closer, but then that's still the Operative has to get closer to do it. And again, that still makes the Operative react. And you know I don't normally go for reactive strategies, but...
Yeah, don't you want that first turn?
In this case, yes. And I wanted to go to the Revacorp building and pick up a ridiculous number of tokens.
That's true.
But that didn't happen.
Okay. And then I will give Citizen Truth a turn with my bolstering team up.
All right.
Okay. Oh, so
And I will dodge.
Beacon is giving Citizen Truth a turn with the bolstering team up.
Well, with Tachyon way out of the way, that's not the worst idea, because you know that the Operative is going to get right back up and get pissed at you, and so is Legacy.
Legacy stands back up. Regains health. Movement, big powers.
Thank you.
Not a
Yeah, because bolstering team up allows her to choose an adjacent ally, and Beacon and that ally each take an action, and an ally can be a target.
For Legacy, I would consider Danger Sense again. It stood him in good stead, and this has all the hallmarks of a protracted defensive battle, with the Operative providing those decisive swings and Beacon and Bunker providing the decisive swings to the other team. So having Legacy go full defense, I think, is a good idea.
Yeah.
right there.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's ballsy.
Yep. So my first action will be to aim.
All right, aim is first.
And my next action is flying smash.
Flying smash.
And
all
what
right.
power did Legacy pick up?
All right.
So Legacy is starting off
Can I see?
with the flying smash.
Okay, well, if you have a plan to do it, by all means.
Oh, well, and he's got,
That's a very good point.
you know, the 2 targets there.
It's a fine attack.
Truth. Okay, it's aimed against Citizen Truth. All right.
Going to try and pummel down Citizen Truth.
Roll the dice, and that misses on.
Many have tried.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, hitting it.
No, it misses on 1s and 6s.
Oh, 1s and 6s.
1s and 6s.
I see no 1s and I see no 6s.
That's true.
So that is a 5-5 against Truth.
It's 5-5s against Truth,
And then the other one's against.
and then 5-4-4-2-2 against Citizen Dawn.
Now, I believe Truth picked up a dodge thanks to Beacon.
That is possible. I do not have stats on that, but I don't see a dodge on the board down there. We'll see what happens. Yeah, there's not a dodge on the map, and there's not a dodge on the player's.
Well, regardless, that's not a very good defensive roll.
Okay.
Defense plus 1.
He doesn't have it.
Oh, sorry.
So you take 4.
So Citizen Truth is just.
One of the 5s would take
And then
4
take 4
damage.
damage.
All right.
Okay.
Take
So
4
that's
damage.
a
All
lot
right.
of hurt on
Now,
Citizen Truth.
Yeah, that is most of Citizen Truth's life for sure.
If I were Dawn, I would.
Defense against it, not trick that.
Yeah, I'd just spend Citizen Truth at this point.
Well, I mean, yeah, Citizen Truth has 1 hit point left, so you might as well blow Citizen Truth to prevent Dawn from taking any damage.
Yeah.
5 and 2 4s?
Yeah.
With the 2.
Yeah, I think he already jumped in front for Dawn, and now he's jumping in front for Beacon. Yeah.
At this point,
The 2s don't make range, do they?
I say just.
Or they do?
so Truth has 1 hit point left, and so now Dawn has to take the attack.
So
That's up to you.
It's either
because
Beacon or
Legacy
Truth.
gets to choose what who defends first,
Right.
obviously make Truth defend first. So yeah.
The 2s make range there, correct?
So yeah, jump in front of
Wait,
Dawn,
no, they
blow everything.
Not against me.
Range 3.
So yeah, so we've
it's
got
4, 4, 5.
4, 4, 5 going against Citizen Dawn.
Just roll. Yeah, just roll.
So Citizen,
If you don't mind, go ahead and
either Citizen Dawn or Citizen Truth have to roll defense against this, obviously.
Beacon. All right. Beacon is rolling
4, 5.
Oh, so Beacon is Beacon is also in that area. So Beacon blocks it all, no problem.
Excellent.
So do we want Truth to take it for Dawn? With a
He's
4,
got
4,
1 hit
5,
point
or
left.
Can she take the
And at this point, they've demonstrated that they know how to counter your strategy.
Right.
So
Make Truth.
abandon this, move on.
Truth's gonna defend
I
against it.
honestly, if I were them, I would go ahead and pop Truth, and then switch.
So,
I would switch to Healing Light. We have some damage on your people.
Sure.
2 4s.
Okay, get 2 4s. Okay.
And let's see.
4.
Okay, 1 damage.
1 damage.
All right, so Citizen Truth is destroyed.
So this leaves Dawn in a very precarious position because she's used her Devastating Aurora, so that's gone.
Right.
And she's used her return to the Dawn is essentially
Needs to be
gone.
switched out.
So she's only got 1 thing that she's going to be able to do this turn, or 1 power rather that she's going to have this turn.
Well, no, she can switch out to Return at the Dawn for something else.
Yes, but she has both of the things in play that are going away.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, that's true. She has to switch out one of them. Yep.
All right. Turn 3, Bunker.
I'm going to replace the grenade launcher with the Omni Cannon.
All right, so Bunker is switching
Oh,
into
I like
Omni Cannon.
this.
Bunker is currently sitting on 2 attack plus 1 tokens, so he's going to.
An attack +1.
All right.
How many do you need?
And you each get a defense +1.
Okay.
So much defense.
Omni Cannon does take 4 attack plus 1 tokens. Currently, he's sitting at 3 attack plus 1 tokens.
Yes, my first action will be Expert Tactician.
There we go.
Attack +1.
All right.
And then me and each ally get a defense +1. They already got theirs.
Yeah.
We skipped. Can you give me a defense +1?
Yes. Yep. There we go. All right.
Wow. This is seeing this second turn Omni Cannon is great.
And the auxiliary power source is giving him
Yep.
an aim, so you could aim that Omni Cannon.
All right, so wait, he Expert Tacticians and he moved, so that means he's done. Right, but because the Omni Cannon doesn't take an action, you can fire it anyway.
Changes everything.
Really freaked me out just now.
I know.
All right. So
10 dice. I'm going to aimed.
Yes, you will aim that.
Cannon
Right.
against Legacy.
Aimed Omni Cannon.
The elevation.
We have 10 dice. Yeah, we should.
So an
Round
aimed,
2 Omni Cannon.
an
This is
aimed Omni Cannon against
fantastic.
Legacy. You think Legacy can survive this one?
If he rolls extraordinarily well and Bunker rolls extraordinarily poorly.
Anything is possible.
All right.
Is that 10?
Auto misses on 1s and 2s.
And the range of 3, correct?
So here you go. You need lots of 1s and 2s.
I think Legacy's going to be fine.
Oh, yeah?
A little singed, maybe.
Okay, all right. Oh, I don't think you're right. Those 2 1s go away.
It's a possibility that
But we've
I'm
got
wrong.
we have 8 6s. Legacy has 6 hit points. He needs to roll 3 6s on his defense.
So that is 7
He
damage.
rolls 1 6.
I fought against Legacy enough times to know that the man is infuriatingly capable of
Well, he just
doing anything.
He just dropped.
Okay, so where do we want to push him?
Except, of course, living through that.
Living through an aimed Omni Cannon at point blank range.
I'm collecting data on Legacy's weaknesses, even as we speak.
There you go.
So that is our first incapacitation. The Propaniacs have scored their first incapacitation against something clever.
Now it is the operative's turn.
So now we are on to the Operative, and the Operative stands back up and gains a power card.
All right, does the operative have line of sight to anyone?
No, because she's behind those buildings there, she cannot pick up an undivided attention, really. So let's see. Let's see, she gets to roll movement first, so I believe she has a movement of 5. So that means 1, 2, 3, 4. Well,
I would harp on Citizen Dawn at this point.
She can walk right up to Citizen Dawn with a movement of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 around the building, right up next to Citizen
I would
Dawn.
pick up Strikes on Ending and do
walk
that.
up and drop Citizen Dawn. I mean, now that does take away the advantage of the fact that Citizen Dawn has 2 cards and has to deal with that.
Yeah, but as we've discussed, Citizen Dawn has no cards right now. So,
right, but I could see
coming back would be essentially incapping her.
Right. I could also see though stepping around to the side here. Because right now on her next turn, she has to pick up one of those cards. If you incapacitate her, she could stand up and put down Citizen Truth.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
I'd walk around the building, Kasari Gama bunker, and then Tomfin Blade.
And then Tomfin Blade bunker. Yeah, I can see that. That'd work.
Bunker's already down to 5 hit points, and the range would only be 1, 2, 3. I think killing Citizen Dawn at this point is a mistake because right now she's at her weakest with having 2 cards that are expended and here we go. 1, 2.
So she'll have to reset.
Where's it going? 3. Where are you going?
4, 5. All right.
Where are you going?
Right there.
Why are you? I guess going after Beacon.
And she picked up Kasari Gama.
Kasari Gama against Beacon.
Okay.
Against Beacon. Okay, sure. So she is range 1, 2, 3. So 3s and higher will work.
It's not a bad play.
And
Beacon's
she gets
already
a 3.
wounded,
She gets 6, 5, 3. No problem. So that
with that fortitude, Beacon's going to.
she's putting.
Be able to,
No! Put her against the building. Put her against the Freedom Tower.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
So 6, 5, 3 coming against Beacon.
And Beacon has to defend against a 6, 5, 3. Here she goes.
Are you going to dodge?
now, does Beacon still have fortitude?
She has fortitude 4
and a
defense
dodge.
tokens, and a dodge.
It's up to you.
So perhaps Beacon was not the ideal choice.
You know what? It gates down those defense tokens, and she still does get to do a Tomfin Blade after this.
Fair enough.
Legacy will not stand up before I go, so
Might as well use dodge.
Yeah, against that 6, 5, 3, I'd use the dodge because the 6
Okay,
and the
I'll
5
dodge.
are together. There we go.
All right, there you go.
6, 5, 3.
So she can pretty much at this point spend a defense +1 tokens to prevent. Okay, so she needs to start spending defense +1 tokens.
Yeah.
I'll use it
She
for
blocked a 3,
one.
so she's got the 6 and a 5 still coming at her. If this rolls a 6, okay, so now she's blocked a 6 and the 5. She has a 6 coming at her. Does she want to spend defense +1 tokens to avoid that 6 though?
With 4 hit points
At
left,
this point, that's 1 damage coming through on her.
I'd keep spending, actually.
Okay, she's taking the 1 damage, so she has 3 hit points left.
So then we have to deal with the Tomfin Blade.
And now she has 1 act, and now the operative, I assume, is Tomfin. Yes, she is. Tomfin blading Beacon. So let's see how this goes. You only once in a while get to see Tomfin Blade actually hit 2 targets, and when it does, it's terrifying.
I've seen it several times in demos here.
Here we go. So 2 4s against Beacon. Beacon's going to easily block this. Yep, there you go.
Just block. All right, and then you reroll movement. That's the end of your turn.
I've seen it several times in demos here, and I've actually seen it several times in the tournaments yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
Where people kind of forgot that the operative could do that and clustered around
If
her.
you're clustered up next to the operative, she's going to punish you as just as easily as she'd punish one person.
Sprint, boost, heal, attack.
I'd still go with Healing Light, actually. Just start Citizen Dawn on the path to full support.
I don't think there's anything else I can do at the moment.
And
So I
with
guess
Beacon
I'm gonna-
Oh, she's gonna pick up a
where
Blinding
Beacon is
Blast?
Standing.
She's considering the Blinding Blast.
The thing, though, is that Citizen Dawn can see Beacon, and Citizen Dawn can see Bunker from right where she's standing.
That's true.
So drop a
Wanna
Healing
do
Light, heal them both up for 1.
It's just 1.
Yeah, because I'll kill her.
You know, that brings
So
Bunker back up
pick
to
up
full
Return
health.
to
That
Dawn.
brings
Okay.
Beacon down to 2 wounds. I still think it's worth it, especially since you then can
Blinding
Radiant
Blast.
Strike the operative.
I actually really like that she is going full offense here. She's going for Blinding Blast.
I don't criticize that choice. It's not what I would do.
That's fair.
Well, I can move up next to you, and then we can sexy team up.
I think that at this
So
point...
Tachyon is out of the fight here, so I'm interested to see what Tachyon does to get back into it.
Do we know what Tachyon's movement is? for the
Tachyon
next
currently does
turn?
have a movement of 5.
Okay.
Now, do we want to aim and then attack, or just?
The reason I would go with the Healing Light is because at this point they have an in cap, and the other team
They want
is-
2 in caps, though.
They absolutely do, but I'd want to set my... I'd just let Citizen Dawn be support.
Yeah.
That's what she started out as, and in terms of Citizen Truth, and I'd continue on that path.
So she has 2 actions left, a Blinding Blast and her base attack. I would probably not aim the first one. I was aiming the first one. I would probably not aim the first one in the hope that the second one would be the one that knocks out the operative. Because
That's
an aimed attack,
a-
because an aimed attack against the operative is probably just going to drop her to 1 or 2.
And when you're in Dragon's Fury, you need to aim against that.
Right.
I need one.
Okay, but here we go. So this is an aimed
3s and 4s auto.
5-die attack, 3s and 4s auto miss. I don't. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Here we go.
I see a
so
3 and 4.
5s.
I
2
see many
5s
3s and 4s.
are coming at operative. Hey, but that cannot take the operative down to 2.
That's excellent.
So that is good.
Well, I aimed.
You aim, so they
It's
So 2
they all
5s.
round up.
All right, so Operative rolls defense against 2 5s and blocks one of them and both of them.
All right.
But now Citizen Dawn is going to take her regular attack against the Operative.
Now with a move.
Oh, she moved aim to
and a
dodge, so
blinding
she actually
blast,
used that aim,
yeah.
so she's done.
There you go. 6 movement. All right. Now it is turn 6. Tachyon.
All right. You know, if you did a hypersonic assault, you could go past the Revicorp HQ without bothering with its hazard
Right,
spaces.
because you ignore hazard spaces. That is true.
If you can kill bunker,
So let's see.
go ahead and do it, but
She would. Let's see. She has a movement of 5.
So I move through here.
She could move 1, 2, 3, 4,
Plus
5.
ones.
Oh,
Move like here.
she's moving through to pick up the. She's considering moving through to pick up the attack tokens. Oh, and then she's gonna go up there and turn some in for health.
Back,
okay.
then move in. Push.
Push the limits and then take a
And then
full
I'd
turn next to
have-
bunker.
I love
with
this idea.
5 attack plus 1 tokens left, I think,
Yeah.
or actually it'd be 3 at that
Whatever
point.
you-
But
sure,
so
if you want to do that.
Otherwise, I
this is an exciting move.
move through the hazard space and then go try to hit beacon.
Yeah, go ahead and do what you were thinking.
Okay, that's what
I like this turn.
Yeah, no,
exciting.
this is clever. It's using the hazard spaces very well.
It'll be fun if it works. All right, I'm gonna swap out.
It'll be fun if it works.
Unrelenting momentum.
I love that mindset.
All right,
because
so
You got 3 actions.
we got push the limits and the world stands still.
Yes.
so many of my plans would be fun if they worked.
So this is a movement of 6. 1, 2.
3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay, and she.
Down to 1 hit point and gain 2 attack plus.
Yep.
All right, so she's at 1 hit point, but she has 4
Second
attack plus
action,
1
move again.
tokens.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And so she
1,
moves
2, 3,
4, 5, 6. She gains.
Healing up to full.
Yeah, okay.
Get the
Now
rest
you're
back.
full health. Yep.
She's at full health and has 1 attack plus 1 token left.
Yep.
That's beautiful.
That's cute.
That is beautiful.
And she has 1 action left. She's gonna get, I assume, right down there next to bunker.
It'd be nice to sprint, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it'd have been nice if you were close enough that she could sprinted. I might have actually gone and just healed up to 3 out of 4, so that she ended up in position to sprint and punch.
1, 2,
But-
3, 4, 5, 6.
We're gonna go after Beacon.
There you go.
Oh, I'd go after Citizen Dawn. Now Citizen Dawn's no longer in the place where she's.
No, now we can erase or scrub them both.
Beacon, so I'm gonna go
Oh, that's very true. That's very true. And she has pushing the limits in the world standstill, so she could drop pushing the limits, obviously,
Right
for
into
hypersonic
hypersonic
assault,
assault.
and get potentially 2 in caps here, especially because Beacon did use up a lot of her defense. Well, she still has 3 defense plus 1 tokens left, but no more dodge at least. And Citizen Dawn currently has 2 defense plus 1 tokens.
Roll that in the cup.
Come on, come on.
There
There's
you go.
a 6. There we go.
Let's see, 1, 2. Not that she would have needed it with world standstill. A
Even
movement of 3.
so, even
yeah.
so.
Yeah, it's just nicer. Okay, so what's she gonna switch out for the push the limits?
I don't know. The idea of
I like
getting a
unrelenting
hypersonic
momentum.
assault, though.
Oh, the hypersonic assault. Yes.
Hypersonic assault, sprint, and hit.
What do you mean sprint?
Citizen Dawn.
What do you mean sprint? Just
Yes.
1, 2, 3.
No. You pick up Lightspeed Barrage.
Oh.
Sprint, Lightspeed Barrage, Citizen Dawn, hope to incapper. Sprint, Lightspeed Barrage, Beacon, hope to incapper.
That I
And
mean,
then whichever, and then if you fail at either one of those, Lightspeed Barrage again. You could get 2 incaps here
You
for
could.
expending everything.
mind you, you can only do 2 Lightspeed Barrages at max this turn because she is down. She. Wait, why does she have a hit point of damage on her?
Because she pushed the limits.
Because she pushed the limits, of course. Yes.
With Lightspeed Barrage of 7, I'd say risk it all, try and get both of them.
All right, here you
And
go.
there we
Lightspeed
go.
Barrage.
You got 3 actions.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, Lightspeed Barrage lets her spin to hit point to make her next attack roll dice equal to her move value. And currently her move value is 7. So she would be able to sprint and make a 7-die attack. Sprint and make. Oh, she's aiming for her first action.
I would not use this against Citizen Dawn.
No, I'd
I
aim
would
against Beacon. Yeah, that's. I would sprint and make a non-aimed Lightspeed Barrage against Citizen Dawn.
No. Stay down.
Yeah, stay down on the
same
ground.
level. You don't
Right.
want to lose any dice.
There you go.
You're into your second action.
All right. I'm going to Lightspeed Barrage
All right.
against Dawn.
All right.
Aimed.
Oh, she's aiming
Okay,
against Dawn.
that's
Beacon does only have 3 hit points, so I understand why that looks more appealing. And an aimed 7-die attack. The fact that we're going to get 2 7-die attacks this turn, sure, Tachyon's going to have 1 hit point at the end of this turn.
But if you can get 2 in caps for a few points of damage on yourself, that's fine.
So yeah, but
And then they have to deal with the fact that they're potentially incapping Tachyon only to have her stand up at full health again. It's the classic Tachyon question of, well, she's at 1 health and looks like a tempting target, but
Right.
Action is this?
So this is the second action. So it was a sprint to make him, and then it gets the free attack.
Right, and then he did the light speed barrage during the sprint.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Technically before the sprint. But
So at 7 aim die going against Dot.
yeah.
All right, 7 die aimed attack.
Boom. All right, so
Choose auto miss.
choose auto miss. The ones will make range though, so it doesn't matter anyway. So 6 sixes coming at Citizen Dawn.
So
it's a good thing she aimed it
has to,
probably. She
roll
needs
at least two
sixes to survive this, and she does have 2 defense +1 tokens. No sixes.
so
If she
you have to
has
keep
to spend those
spending,
defense
yeah.
+1 tokens. She might as well spend both of them.
Because if
Yeah,
they're
there's
not
no
both
point
sixes, you're sunk.
Okay, she's rolling 1, and it doesn't matter.
It doesn't
she's
matter.
dead.
She's sunk.
But she needs to roll to see if it doesn't get pushed.
I'm sorry.
Roll it to see if you get pushed.
Nope,
Yes,
she's going to
you
get
get
pushed
pushed.
1 space. Dead and pushed. So that is an incapacitation for something clever. And Citizen Dawn gets pushed 1
Snuggle her
space.
up against that building. You want them to have to deal with the hazard spaces, even if it gives them defense
They pushed him
tokens.
over on top of a building. That's fine, I guess.
Yeah.
At this point, it's important for Tachyon to get an incapacitation and then for Legacy to stand up and knock down Bunker somehow.
Are we also light speeding barraging?
Yes,
Okay,
we are.
Yes, we are.
All right, so Tachyon has 1 hit point left.
And this is not aimed against, and it's against Beacon,
Yeah,
right?
and you know what? Then use attack +1. Okay.
Yeah, there we go.
Why not?
All right.
So this is an 8 die
8 dice, not
attack
Auto missing on 2.
against Beacon. Beacon has 3 defense and 3 health. So the 2 goes away.
See 1, 2, but that's a lot of dice against against Beacon.
Yes.
5, 6.
So 6, 5, 5, 4, 3, 1, 1.
Yep.
All right. Beacon rolls 3 defense dice, and she currently is rocking Fortitude, so she can re-roll.
So you block 3 of them. So you're going to take 4 damage right now.
Yeah, I'd probably go.
Well, Beacon's got to spend some defense.
She's gotta spend those defense
tokens,
+1.
regardless.
Yeah.
1. There you go.
That was one of these. I'll do it again.
All right.
I would spend them all if I were her.
Yeah.
There's a 3.
All right.
Get that 6.
Should I use 1 for a 6?
I say you re-roll
That's
one of
1
your
damage
ones.
right now.
Yeah, she could
Oh,
use
yeah,
a
I
Fortitude
get
to do a re-roll.
re-roll.
So take out one of those ones and re-roll it.
Reroll one of them. Yep.
And if she gets a 6, then she should definitely, for sure, use that other defense +1 token. If she doesn't, does she want to use that
Definitely
defense
for sure
+1?
use it.
So a 6 is 1 damage if you want to try and use that last defense. It's up to you.
I feel like it's better to use those against things that aren't 6s.
All right.
Right.
So that means that Beacon is going to take 1 damage.
You agree?
That's fine.
That's fine. She,
I did not.
Oh, that was not that. Okay, so there's 2. It's 1, 1, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6. So
Yeah.
yeah, you've got 5 dice. Right. So now they're in 2 separate things. You block the 2 1s. You block a
block the 3. Let's look at that.
Block a 4.
Yeah, but and you block one of the
One of the
5s.
fives.
So 2 damage
One
is
of
going
the
to get
fives
through.
and one of the 6s gets through. Right.
So right now she needs that roll. I mean, she'll get 1 hit point, but she should use that because she needs a 5 or a 6.
So we're going to use the last one to keep from having
Right.
being in sucker punch.
And
Right.
she rolls a 4, so she has 1 hit point left.
Yep.
But and Tachyon did clear out all of Beacon's giant massive defense and took out
Exactly.
Citizen Dawn. So that was a great turn. They're still trading back and forth. So right now, both teams have a downed person, a person that is essentially full health, and a 5 hit point
and a
person,
severely wounded
and a person at 1 hit point. And it is now Citizen Dawn's turn. It is now Beacon's turn.
Now,
and so
here's what I think.
Yeah.
I think that Beacon should completely ignore Tachyon. Focused blast the operative.
I think you should. Well, so let's see. Beacon currently has bolstering team up and fortitude. I would probably drop bolstering team up because she's not near anybody really, and focus blast the operative, and then depending on how the operative's doing, use her atomic glare on one of the 2 adjacent targets.
Yep.
Or she could drop next evolution to focus blast both of them.
But you can't because
Oh
you
right,
only
yeah.
have the
You'd
one
only
thing.
be able to atomic glare both of them. But you could
No,
do an aimed.
focus blast the operative and then atomic glare.
I could see
Tachyon.
doing-
You could get 2 end caps that way. You
That's
could
true.
win
Well,
the
but
game that way.
I could also see doing an atomic, an aimed atomic glare. Anyway, she does pick up focus blast, so she's atomic glaring Tachyon. I would have done it in the other order, but that's fine. So she wants to get the for sure kill.
3s and 4s miss.
And so 2, 2, 5. So Tachyon needs to roll at least 1 5. She could do it though. We'll see. She does not. She goes
Tachyon
down.
goes down.
Okay, go down exactly. So you guys get a second end cap. There you go.
All right. So Propaniacs has. There we go.
All right, this could be the game winner.
It's true, and it's about time because this is the 10-minute mark.
Okay.
So we just
are
hit
now
the
at
10-minute mark.
So,
4
4
dice.
dice.
A lot of excitement going on at other tables, which is good because this
now,
is...
is the operative at range 2 or range 1 away?
Operative is at range...
So, all right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 twos.
8 twos coming at the operative. Yeah, this might put the operative where she wants to be, though. Oh, no, she can't. That will for sure...
So that will, you block 3 of them, but you take
5 damage. And that for sure kills the operative.
And that ends
that was
the
a
game
beautiful.
for
That was
the
a victory for the
Propaniacs. That was
Propaniacs.
fantastic.
Very close. Very well played by both teams.
Oh, excellently well played by
Something
both
clever
teams.
had some really great tachyon turns. I mean, all of the operative did very well. That was a really great match. I mean, this is what I expect to see out of the World Championships. Yes, we went to the 10-minute mark, but it was like that was a 41-minute long match.
And each one of those turns was dynamic.
Yeah.
Each one of those turns you could sense like, okay, we're going to try and get momentum building in this fashion. Okay, that didn't work.
Right.
Let's try coming at this from another direction. There was no adhering to failed strategies.
Right.
There was no, we're going to try, keep doing this thing even in the face of terrible adversity.
Right. I really loved seeing Tachyon run through that Riva Corp headquarters, and it paid off. She managed to get up some tokens. She ran up to the hospital to heal up. She came down and attack.
It was beautiful to watch. I think that
good.
if she had managed to drop Beacon on that,
Yeah.
I think that would have just straight up won. But
sure.
it would have been even better.
Right. So that was a great first round. We're going to do some resetting the table, get another match in here, and we'll be back in just a couple minutes.